What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm back. I'm home. This gameplay is from Tuesday night. It was quite late on Tuesday. We had only landed back at 9 o'clock. Only got home at around 10, so I was a little bit tired. But I decided to play some World of Warships, play some Nagato. I didn't want to do Iowa because I wasn't really feeling up to it, and I didn't want to risk losing all my money. Now, because it was fairly late at night, and as I said, I was feeling quite tired, I didn't do live commentary, so I'm doing a little bit of commentary for you guys now. So yeah, as I said, we are in the Nagato, and as I promised in, I think my last Iowa video perhaps, I said I must now leave that thing alone. As much as I love playing it, as much as I love bringing you guys videos on Iowa, I must leave it alone, because I now need to get working on other lines in the game. Specifically, I want to try and get Amagi and Pensacola, and I just want to get everything else up to like tier 7 at least. All the other lines that I'm playing, which in this case is American and Japanese battleships and cruisers. So that's kind of, as I said, also I didn't want to risk my hard-earned money on playing Iowa when my aim was going to be off and I was tired and I wasn't concentrating. So, but that's also why, I hopped into Nagato and decided to play that. Now, as I sit and record this now, Amagi is a mere 35,000 RP away. So, not long now at all. In fact, if I, go back and continue playing Nagato the rest of tonight, after I do this commentary, I may even bring that down to say 10,000 or so. Obviously, if we had good games. So we take some shots. At the Atlanta, we do 6,600, and at the enemy Congo, and those kind of one hits. The rest kind of splice and that. But yeah, so we're back. As I said, back in Nagato. We're working towards Amagi. We're so very close. 35,000 experience and about 2 or 3 million credits, so not too bad. And here we can see the Atlanta's reversing. He stopped reversing. I fired just in front of him that first salvo because I expected he was starting to move. He was going to be moving forward soon, and then fired the second salvo. Unfortunately, the first one I led a little bit too much, and only one hit. The second salvo I didn't lead enough, and they all missed. But that is the way of life, my friends. That is the way of life. But anyways, also since new video, I wanted to again put out the question there that I asked in my last Iowa video that went live on Tuesday, and that is with regards to streaming. Now, if you saw the video on Tuesday and you gave me your answer, you don't need to do it again. I have seen them, but specifically because I know some people probably didn't see that video. And I just want to ask and get maybe some more people's opinion. But basically, I would very much like to live stream. Big part of YouTube for me is, is just the engagement with engaging with people from all over the world and just chatting to you guys, and whether it's just telling me what's going on in your game or how your grind is going or anything like that. So live streaming is obviously even more attractive because it's immediate. The problem, however, is I am from South Africa, if you are unaware, and South Africa has shit internet. And my upload speed is 1 megabyte a second, or megabit a second. So I'm a little bit concerned that the quality is not going to be good enough. And we take some shots at this Congo. We get a Citadel in 3 hits for 25,000 damage. So we messed up his day very nicely. And he wasn't even paying attention. Guns weren't even pointed at us. So we're slowing down now. 7.5 kilometers is close enough. I don't need to close distance any more than that. And we've got Colorado coming as well. So more of the reason why I've really cut throttle and I'm now like trying to angle towards these two ships, and the little bugger manages to take out one of my turrets. So we're going to fire the front gun, and we get another hit for 4,000. We're going to throttle up now, so our rudder is a bit more responsive. But basically, I would really like to stream. I'm just worried that, I mean, the quality is not going to be very good. I'm just worried it's not even going to be good enough. And generally what people have said is, just give it a try. It's not going to hurt. But I know like some people out there kind of won't watch a Twitch stream unless it's, say, at least 720p. And I will be lucky if I can manage 720p. I'll probably be more like close to 720p, but not quite. So again, if you haven't answered the question and you have an opinion on the matter, please feel free to share it and let me know if you think if it's even worth my time. I still think I am going to give it a go. Today I spent a bit of time fiddling with OBS and getting the whole layout of how everything would look done. So I'm really keen to do it, and I'll probably try it on the weekend anyway. But also, you just want to get your feedback. And we got our first kill. We managed to finish off the Congo, but that was pretty much a no brain on how that was going to end. And we're now firing at the Colorado, and this is a little bit more of a difficult situation because both of our battleships have the same guns, same number of guns. I mean, I do have more health than he does, but we're both brawlers, so this could be a bit interesting. But he is turning and giving us a fairly nice broadside. We're keeping our armor angled, and we do minimal damage on that salvo. But we got our front two guns ready, so we'll fire those off and kind of exposed a little bit too much of our broadside there. And we took about 4,000 damage, but we returned the favor right away, so that's okay. And we're gonna, I mean, he's now doing the same sort of thing as I am, bobbing and weaving and trying to only expose his broadside when absolutely necessary. And we take out one of his guns and get 3 hits for no damage, but this guy's in a world of trouble. He's got a Cleveland, and right behind him and someone else shooting at him. So we take some more shots, see if we can sneak in the kill, and we do. We get 2 hits for just under 4,000 damage and manage to finish it off. Now, as you can see, things are, they weren't looking too good for our team. At one point we were down like 3-1. We've pulled it back, but they still have more points. More capture points. They've got 3, we've got 2, and then they've got 120 point lead over us. So I think now I'm probably gonna, I don't think there's gonna be anyone to shoot at for a bit, so I'll cut the recording and resume when we're back in the action. Alright, and we've got a Cleveland that's just appeared 19 kilometers away, just emerged out of the little strait there. I was going to shoot at him, but there's a Congo just behind him, and I decided he was a much better target. And he's going, looks like he's going really quite slowly, so we're going to take the lead and we're going to fire everything. But I think I double clicked and only fired the front 2 guns, so we're going to have to readjust and fire again. But I think my crosshair just touched the mountain, so we all know what's going to happen. We all know. Was the briefest nanosecond at the end there, my crosshair just grazed that mountain. Oh, don't you love it? Yeah. So that was a entirely wasted salvo, but it doesn't matter too much because they were, then out of the line of fire, and they couldn't shoot at me. I can't shoot at them. But you can see teams are fairly even. Both got 2 battleships. They've got 3 cruisers. We've got 2, and then we've still got our aircraft carrier, which is nice. It's nice to know that theirs has been sunk, so we don't have to worry about any pesky torpedo planes. And there is a Congo. I'm not sure if that was the exact same one we were shooting at. I think it is. Cleveland and him seem to have swapped position. So we're going to fire everything we've got. And he's burning nicely. And 2 hits for 2,500. Not too great. Actually, since I started playing again, or since I got back, RNG has really been just really on a mission to screw me over. It's also partly down to having to get my aim back a bit, but I was having, a lot more of those perfect shots at the Citadel, at the waterline, and the shells just do their own bloody thing. But it happens, and in fact, earlier, or the games that I've just been playing tonight before I stopped to record this commentary were going much better, and RNG was finally deciding to bless me and guide my shots in. So we're just trying to make sure we don't get in the way of this Cleveland. We've left him a nice little space, but he, for a moment there, he seemed fairly dead set on running into the island, which, as you can just see there, he managed to do anyway. But now we're trying to close distance on this Cleveland and again on this Congo. As many of you, I'm sure you are well aware, the Congo is a battle cruiser, not a battleship. Got very good speed, good maneuverability, but that armor is not particularly good, whereas ours is. So we kind of want to try and close the gap, close the distance, and get in there where our belt armor can really start to do some work. And you can see we're just not leading this Cleveland enough. We do get one hit for a massive 1260 damage. But I was actually reading the World of Warships, if you go and hover over a ship in your tech tree, gives you a little history. Apparently the Nagato was the only Japanese battleship to survive the Second World War. Every single other one was sunk, and she was eventually used for American nuclear weapons testing, obviously anchored in a bay at a nuke detonated to see how ships reacted to being nuked. So that was quite interesting. I wasn't actually aware that this particular ship was the only Japanese battleship to survive. So we're splitting our fire a little bit here. We're firing at the Cleveland, and then firing at the Congo. And see, that's kind of, maybe that was a little bit low, but I kind of thought it would be better than that. And we turn into his shells. We take 4,000 damage. I kind of really want that Cleveland out of this fight, because Nagato really does not like being set on fire. I'm going to fire there, and we managed to get the kill. Unfortunately now, I kind of had to turn to go up this straight. I didn't really want to, and it meant exposing more of my broadside to this Congo than I wanted to. And as you saw, he did manage to get 2 hits, or at least do 17,000 damage. It said heavy damage twice, but if it had been 2 citadels, it should have been more damage than that. So we did take quite a big hit, which I wasn't quite expecting, if I'm honest. But and then we take another heavy damage, so we're down to 15,000 health. So this hasn't gone quite according to plan, and I was a little bit unsure if this Congo was trying to ram me, because he could. His top speed, presuming he's got the engine upgrade, is 30 knots minus 25. But yeah, he wasn't, and he suddenly slowed down, and I think these torpedoes finish him off. Yeah, so there we go, he's down. I think we would have had him even though he still had more health than us. I was now getting to the point where I was able to keep my armor angled in that, and keep his shots bouncing. So we should have been able to have him, even if the aircraft carrier didn't come in and save the day. But they've now got 2 ships, 2 Clevelands. Sorry, no, a Miyoko and a Cleveland, I believe. And we have 1 capture point. They have 2. They have 4. But we've got 170 point lead. But But basically, the rest of this replay is nothing special. Myself and this Cleveland move into Cap B, and I think we are able to destroy the Miyoko, or one of us, the Cleveland destroys the Miyoko. But then we run out of time, but because we have more points, we manage to win. So let me cut here and we'll head off to the results. And as you can see, we managed to win. We got 44 target hits, shot down 1 plane, 1 incapacitation, destroyed 3 enemy vessels, caused fire once, and got 1 citadel for 250,000 silver, 4,000 research, and 207 free convertible research. And then we came first place for the team with 1,838 points, narrowly beating out the Farragut, but the Miyoko came first place on the enemy team. And then you can see we did 94,265 armor piercing damage, 2,759 from fires, 6,400 from first shell type secondaries, and 5,600 from second shell type. So it's about 110,000 damage or so. So not all that bad for my first game back in the Nagato. But anyways, that is it from me. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and maybe consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as War Thunder and a few other things that I throw into the mix from time to time. Also, be sure to check the description link down below for links to my Facebook and my Twitter pages. You guys can follow me there as well if you so desire, which might be quite useful if I do start live streaming regularly. But yeah, as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator458 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.